Hi, Lennis. Have you taken a break from your PhD and now you are staring at your thesis document, wondering where to begin? Here's a mistake that many researchers make. They think they need to start by writing new pages. You don't. In fact, writing is probably the last thing you should do. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Study Orbit. In my previous video, I shared tip 1 on how to restart your PhD by easing back into reading an article or book chapter instead of forcing yourself to read everything from the beginning. Today, there is tip 2. Don't begin by writing, begin by reconnecting with your own thinking. This is very important. Open your thesis document. Now don't try to edit chapter 1. Don't try to write a new section or don't try to read a random material. Instead, spend just 20 to 30 minutes answering these three questions in a blank page or a notebook or or in your laptop or tablet or wherever you are comfortable with. What is my research trying to answer? So it's all about what was your research about and objective. Write the answer in 2 to 3 sentences. If you can't explain it simply, that's okay. This exercise help you regain clarity. It's not for any evaluation. So just remember, this is a brainstorming method so that you can come back on a track. Next question, that is, what was the last thing I completed before I took the break? This takes a lot of time. If you are a person like me who actually do blocking system, parallelly doing chapter 1 along with the chapter 5 or doing with many things together, that's kind of difficult to remember everything. But if you have mentioned it in your PhD diary, then it would be easy. Otherwise, still at least you will be remember the book name or the chapter which you have been reading. So that would help you find the thing. So if you are doing PhD thesis, then find out which chapter or which chapters you are doing. All right, and find an answer. Again, 2 to 3 sentences. All right, and also along with that you can make it narrow down, like where you drafting literature review or in chapter 3 which part you are doing or which subsection. You can either open your chapters if at all you are not remembering anything, or thesis file, if thesis folder in general, and you can find many word documents like final that's ironical thing again. So you can see the last saved file, like the time and things, so you can find out in the last time just before the break what you are actually working on or writing on the thesis. Okay, that's a very direct method, but also remember to write this down. So remember, this is just for your memory. This gives you an idea like what you are doing, and tell your brain that don't panic, right? You had made a tremendous progress and now you can still do that. You have just taken a break, it's nothing to worry, and you have a good clarity about what you are doing. So this is all about a conversation with you and your brain, so don't worry about anything. Now the question 3. Now this is all about action, like what is the next smallest task you can do. Notice I didn't say finish chapter 3 or chapter 4. Instead, I asked, can I summarize one article, or can I revise one paragraph, or do some citation, something very small. The goal is momentum, not perfection. Remember that. So that's another thing you have to remember. And one thing I learned during my own PhD journey is that restarting isn't about motivation. It's about reducing friction. When we expect ourselves to immediately produce brilliant writing after weeks or months away, we often end up doing nothing actually. But if we lower barrier and complete one small academic test, it becomes much easier to continue next day. Actually, if we do one small task and if we are successful in completing that, we'll regain the confidence to do it again. That actually works. uh, I will tell from my own personal experience that before I have taken 1 month not vacation exactly, a break. I have been doing 6 to 7 hours per day because I'm a full-time PhD scholar. I mentioned in many of my videos. So I've been doing much of the work because I was at the peak of my productivity, I believe. Usually, in average basis, I'll do like 4 to 5 hours. Yeah. So at that time, what I have been even telling, yeah. So at that time, I'm really sorry. I forgot what I'm really want to say. Yeah. So at that time, I was not needing any kind of motivation from any external videos or anything. But I used to do everything. But now, after a break, I cannot expect the same productivity again from the beginning. So what I usually do is I do Pomodoro method in the beginning, but I do generally believe Pomodoro method is not that productive for PhD scholars, but for bringing us back to the track or giving us the motivation, this Pomodoro method really helps. And I do follow an app, Forest. I think that is the real name. I can even. Yeah, I don't have it. So if you want, I can make another video on that app or any kind of method. And even I created a game based on that app and Pomodoro method so that we can regain our control to the productivity. Yeah, so you can do that, and you can keep 1 hour, like a 25 minutes, 4 laps or 4 trees. So at least you can start with 30 minutes or 1 hour per day. Then 1 or 2 3 days, after 2 3 days, you can regain the productivity. um, Little by little. It's not like one day you sit from morning to night and you can do 7 hours stretch. If you can do, you are very lucky. I really genuinely cannot do that, but if you, at least you can try that. Little by little, you can start with 2 or 3 trees, two or uh, 1 or 2 Pomodoro cycle at 1 hour or 2 hours. It's totally up to you. So today's tip is very simple. Don't restart your PhD by trying to write your thesis. Restart by reconnecting with your research and identifying one small next step. That's how consistency returns. If this tip was helpful, let me know in these comments. Okay, and I will see you on the next video. Please subscribe and follow. Bye.